Is this pumpkin the end of Exfilzone? Let's talk about it. On October 24th, Caveman released the October Omen DLC pack featuring Halloween-themed gear. The pack includes 2 spray paints, black and orange themed mag pouches, a riveted face mask, the haunted pumpkin Alton, the haunted IOTV, and the haunted G&J backpack, as well as the ability to buy these items from Max with the face mask at level 2 and the haunted IOTV, G&J, and Alton at level 3. I love the mag pouches and wish they had done the whole set. Colored mag pouches was something I did not know I needed before this DLC, and I am living for it. The sprays are okay. I like the carved scars one, and I think the spooky one is a little bit goofy. This is the riveted face mask, which is a level 4 protection face mask. I think the design of this item is sick. It fits the theming without looking ridiculous. Then we have the haunted IOTV and the haunted Riz T Alton and the haunted bag. I love the pumpkin Alton. The concept works so well. The model is done really well, and the color of it doesn't ruin my immersion as much as I thought it would. These colors are somewhat present in the main game. The armor, however, is fugly. Noise described the design as the kid that doesn't do shit in the group project but still gets an A, and I completely agree. I think there was much more that they could have done, maybe having a skeleton armor or look like you're wrapped in bandages like a mummy, I don't know, something other than this. When we look at the recolors the devs have done, they've done so much better and they fit in the world. The backpack has the same problem as the armor. I think it's hideous and a slippery slope to having Nicki Minaj skins. So the question is this gear pay to win? Well, kind of. First off, what is pay to win? It's the practice of using real money to buy items, ability, or currency that gives a player a significant advantage over others who do not spend money. Examples include purchasing powerful weapons or gear, unlocking unique characters, or using real money to bypass time-gated progression. This model creates a competitive imbalance where players who can pay progress faster and gain advantage over players who do not pay. It doesn't mean every paid item is automatically pay to win. Sometimes paid items are strictly cosmetic, or they ease progression but don't have a lasting competitive advantage. The key is, does paying confer a meaningful competitive advantage over non-paying players? Let's look at Exfilzone's past DLCs. The Johnny and Maggie DLC focused on giving the player some money, some starting gear that is similar to what the player is given for free, a larger secure container, and leveling up the traders. Yes, the money helps, but I don't think any player at the beginning of the wipe would say, that person killed me because they had $1 million in the bank, or that person killed me because they had the shooting range unlocked. Certainly, these things are an advantage, but they don't directly give you a meaningful competitive advantage in a gunfight. The Trader Level 2 unlocks are certainly an advantage, but the starting gear that everyone gets is on par with or better than what you can buy at Level 2, and what you find in Raid is often better than what you can buy. The secure container is obviously an advantage for progression, but again, I've never felt like, that guy killed me because he has a big ass. I mean, secure container. The gear wasn't really a competitive advantage over the starting gear, it was just more of it. And this DLC was a good choice for those that are new to the game, don't have time to grind the game, and the sweaty chads who will skip a couple of days of progression at most. So what's different about the October Omen? Well, first let me say that the sprays, mag pouches, and bag are purely cosmetic and are not pay to win. This starts to change with the riveted face mask. There is no found in raid version of this item, and that you can only get it from the DLC. Sure, a non-paying player can kill someone with the face mask and get one, but it's still dependent on someone paying for the DLC. I see this being an issue next wipe. Being able to buy 6 level 4 face protections on day 1 when you have the Johnny DLC is definitely pay to win. The beginning of wipe, I died or traded so many times due to face shots, and I would gladly take the face protection over the overall head protection. Then we have the Alton and the IOTV. This is the part of the DLC with the biggest pay to win advantage. Being given a full face level 5 helmet and level 5 vest to take into your first raid is certainly pay to win. This gear is significantly better than the starting gear every player is given, and the extra gear players get with Johnny or Maggie's DLC. Being able to buy level 5 face protection and a high durability vest with the best damage reduction stats in the game at level 3 is also a huge advantage over non-DLC owning players. Given that all Alton face shields are level 5, the pumpkin will perform well early wipe until players regularly use M61. The DLC does say its actual content is subject to change with future updates, and I'm interested to see how the devs try to balance this next wipe. So, are you unkillable? No. Is it pay to win? Absolutely. Does it break the game? It depends. Buying this DLC and fighting people who have bought this DLC impacts players differently depending on their skill level and how much time they have to play the game. I look at it like this. I call low-skill players that have 10 hours to play a day or 10 minutes to play a day Timmies. I don't mean this as a derogatory term. There are players that might be new to the extraction shooter genre, they're new to VR in general, or they're just not quite skilled in PvP yet. Then we have dads. People who are moderately skilled at the game but don't have time to play regularly. They have some good gear and they're making their way through the tasks. Then we have chads. These are people that are good at the game and they play regularly. They fly through the progression and their hideout is filled with boss gear. The circle of life in an extraction shooter is the chads will win most fights against Timmies, many fights against dads, and some of the fights against other chads. Dads will win many fights against Timmies and some of the fights against other dads. Timmies will win some fights over other Timmies and a few fights against geared dads and chads. Timmies need to be able to kill kitted dads and chads every once in a while to keep them in the game, and dads need to be able to feel like they're competitive with their limited time or they'll go play Battlefield 6. Chads need other chads, dads, and Timmies to keep playing the game so they have someone to fight. This DLC disproportionately benefits dads and chads over Timmies, upsetting the balance of the player base. Buying this gear has the biggest pay-to-win advantage for dads and chads, especially early wipe. If you're a Timmy, the gear probably won't help you survive over someone with more knowledge and skill in the game. When it comes to free players fighting people that have the DLC, non-paying chads are happy to finally fight someone wearing gear, non-paying dads will happily take the loot from Timmies and accept the little bit of challenge of fighting other dads, and non-paying Timmies will get stomped on, either driving them to leave the game, look for exploits such as duping ammo, or change their gameplay to routing in corners or exfil camping to try to come out with a win. It's interesting to me that this DLC is only available for purchase until November 10th, creating an even greater imbalance for new players who want to buy the DLC. All video games, and extraction shooters in particular, need new players coming into the game and not getting absolutely stomped on to keep the game going. When it comes down to it, the October Omen DLC isn't just another cosmetic drop. It's a case study in how monetization choices can affect game balance, player retention, and community health. On one hand, the content adds creativity and flavor into the game world. It shows that the devs are willing to experiment with fun, seasonal ideas and reward players who want to support the project financially. But on the other hand, this DLC highlights a growing tension between player progression and paid advantages. In a genre where risk, scarcity, and skill define the gameplay loop, giving players early and easy access to high-tier gear through real-world money disrupts the natural progression curve. It changes the early wipe dynamics that make this game compelling, the grind, the sense of accomplishment, and the spontaneity of each encounter. That feeling that every raid, every piece of loot, and every kill means something because you earned it. I make this video because I love this game. I have over 750 hours in this game and there's nothing else I want to play. I want the devs to make money and I want the game to succeed, but I'm wary of moving forward in this way. This DLC in particular feels like a cash grab. They released it a month after a rocky wipe update with many issues still left unchecked. If the devs want this game to survive, they've got to find a balance between improving the game mechanics and making DLCs profitable without tipping the scales too far. We'll see if the devs Control-C, Control-V in December, or if the October Omen ends up being a learning moment where they realize what works, what doesn't, and how to keep things fair. Maybe this won't be the end of Exfilzone, but the start of a smarter future for it. Let me know what you think of this DLC in the comments, and if you think it will affect the future of Exfilzone.